Hey, all you soon-to-be free Americans. How the heck you doing today? Check. All right, good. Got the audio. I can see I got the video. And as per usual, nobody's here. And that's just fine. That's just fine. Because Sigma don't need it. No. I, I don't need your approval. I don't need your blessings. I don't need your cheers. I don't need your tears. I just get the job done. And it's scaring the fucking shit out of you people. Well, we're going to change that because this is scaring the shit out of the tyrants that have imprisoned you and enslaved you and tortured you and fucked with you your entire life. Now, here in Kalkaska County, the sheriff, undersheriff, chief of police, court clerk, prosecuting attorney, judge, postmaster, all got real serious issues with human trafficking and mail fraud and covering for each other. No one's above the law. I don't have to talk about anything else except Executive Order 13818 and human trafficking. These administrative courts have been ordered closed. Not only do they continue to operate in the dead, Judge Lynn M. Boudet steps out of her jurisdiction and tries to administer a living soul with the aid of the Kalkaska Post, and I'm sure that went to Traverse City. So, this is so simple because they're fucked. They got no way out. All right, they're subject to 3 jurisdictions. All the public servants are subject to 3 jurisdictions. Now, I've been thinking, they get the people to stand up. Oh, man, forget that. You people are on your knees, either with your head in the sand or you're hiding behind the sofa, cowering, just hoping it'll all go away. Trying to get you to comprehend, people, you have all power and you have all authority. Now, the people at the top, I thought, well, you give them enough proof about enough things and things will change. But no, they got a different agenda. They got a different agenda. And it's about keeping you in the dark, keeping you in fear, and just trespassing you every opportunity they get. So, there's a comment that came in just before this talk. I should be able to pull that up, right? Yeah, so Lay Law commented, you say by law you have created and stepped into the office of executive manager for Michigan State. Can you tell me by what law you did so? Yes, well, I've explained this many times. By contract, postal mechanics, and owning my authority. Now, that's how it's done. For you to comprehend that, you probably need to do some study. And that's not what this talk is about. So, red pilling you people, I've come to the conclusion can only be done by showing you, because America is the land of monkey see, monkey do. And this is how they get you all so trapped, because you keep doing monkey see, monkey do. Instead of using your head, instead of applying critical thinking and doing research and then connecting dots and then putting it together. So again, this is, of course, I'm speaking to you in babble. I'm trying to be very careful with the words that I choose. So for those of you who are awake enough, you understand we're under martial law. We've been under martial law probably since 2001, 2001. Third and final bankruptcy of the United States Corporation, 1999. Now, martial law, the state of martial law at that time was not a good position for we the people. In 2016, something happened, and probably most of you are aware of that. And at that point, it was a shot over the bow. Remember the look on her face? That's when things changed. Now, if you pay attention to comms, you pay attention to flags, you learn your flag laws, you learn what a flag is. That gold fringe flag represents no nation, represents no constitution. All right, so now the ones at the top, they won't answer any questions. They will run. You put a camera in front of them, they're going to run. Not, so they're, I'm not worrying about them right now. All right. Everything's in motion. Next step is educating their staff. So, public servants are under 3 jurisdictions. They're under the United States of America, Title IV flag, constitutional, free public, where rights are unalienable, inalienable, indefeasible, where you have court of law, common law, court of record. Public servants are also under the jurisdiction of the corporate United States. Gold fringe flag that represents no nation and no constitution. Administrative court. Truth and fact cannot be heard. Not a court of record. Color of law, statutes, acts, codes, rules, regulations, ordinances that are not rights, they are privileges and permissions. In order to operate in those systems, you must be a British agent with a bar card. A bar card is not a license. There is no license to practice law. The third jurisdiction is military law. Correction. Third jurisdiction is military, martial law, in reconstitution, under a Title IV flag, tribunal courts, military law, courts of record. Public servants, you are all subject to all 3 jurisdictions. In the military, some of these people are having multiple tribunals. multiple tribunals. So when I went to Kalkaska County Sheriff's Department and spent 2.5 hours with that jail sergeant, what happened? Within less than just a little over a month, I was there June 28th. By July 31st, Mike Perot, Kalkaska County prosecutor, had resigned in the middle of his third term. The man who prosecuted me. I was there as prosecutor. I had order for his arrest. I put case on the sheriff before I left because he refused to meet with me. It was all prepared. But the man never faced me. Never face to face, but I served him. He pled guilty to treason. Short time after that meeting with the jail sergeant, it's in the records that the Kalkaska County Sheriff's Department moved all their inmates because they had no jail staff. I guess I educated the jail sergeant and put the fear of God into him, because the case I put on him and the undersheriff made it clear that because the sheriff had pled guilty to treason, it was their duty and obligation to arrest the sheriff. And if the undersheriff fails to arrest the sheriff, then it falls down the line. This is why I am convinced that the jail sergeant and the jail staff left because they didn't have the balls to arrest the sheriff. You got a mosquito flying around here. They didn't have the balls to arrest the sheriff and the undersheriff. All I got to do is educate the staff. And now it's not just me going in there as a man owning his authority, one of the people with knowledge. No, now I have over 2 years more experience, knowledge, and power. Executive Order 13818. I don't have to talk about anything else. All their corruption, all their cover up, all their bullshit, the 400 and some videos. The only thing that matters is human trafficking. And Judge Lynn Mboude sent me just what I need to do what I'm doing with her blue ink pen in blue ink outside of her jurisdiction of the dead, attempting to administer a living soul. And maybe she would have if I was still dumbed down, ox-fed, MK Ultra fucking slave in a box. But I'm not. I'm one of the people with all power. I understand postal mechanics. I understand contract. I understand jurisdiction. All right, I comprehend. Interchange that word, understand, for comprehend, for those of you that want to fucking fuck around. I'm talking to you in babble. So, stay tuned. It's going to get real exciting. And once Kalkaska flips, well, then, because it's monkey see, monkey do America, I know the rest of the dominoes are going to fall. All right. Remember, I love you, and I'll be back. Because that's what I do. I keep coming back. Got to get this job done, and that's what I do. I get the job done.